Hey friends, I'm Kat. Welcome to the channel and today's video where we're going to be going over a bunch of new releases for the month of July and just books that I am overall very excited for. All of these are, super anticipated for me. I have about 10 to 15 that I've gone through and that sound super interesting to me. So we're just going to quickly go through all of these and just kind of go over a few books that maybe are not on your radar that potentially should be. So I do these videos every month and just kind of highlighting some, things I'm most excited for. Plus do a ton of other bookish videos on here if you are interested. So let's just dive into it and talk about some new releases. So very quickly, we're going to start off with two sequels or continuations in series. So first off, we have The Jasad Crown by Sarah Hashem. This is the sequel to the Jasad Heir, and it's just a second book in a duology. And in this one, we're just following a fugitive queen who's risking everything and everyone she loves for the chance to restore her lost kingdom. So I'm not going to say too much else about that one because it is the second book. And the other continuation of the series we have is Between These Broken Hearts by Lexi Ryan. So this is book 2 in a duology, but book 4 within a world, if that makes sense. And in this one, we are following a battle to save the Frey realm comes to a captivating conclusion. And we're following in the second duology the sister of the main character in the first one. And I think this is just like a super fun Fae romance. Again, not going to say too much about it, but this is a series overall I think is really enjoyable. Now we're just going to go in kind of random order. I think those are the only series. So we have Arcana Academy next by Elise Kova. This is a woman who wields magical tarot cards, lands herself in a false engagement with the headmaster of a mysterious academy. And it's the first installation in an enthralling fantasy romance series. Really, I'm a big fan of Elise Kova and a lot of the she's written. In particular, I really love Air Awakens and that whole series. And she's done a few like Married to Magic, I think was the name of the series. Really good, solid fantasy romances, and really excited for a new release from her. So I don't think I've read anything from her in quite some time. Overruled by Lana Ferguson. I will say I haven't enjoyed that many books I've read from her. I just read the most unhinged thing ever that was her, right? Yeah, Under Lock and Key. Basically a woman fucking the Loch Ness monster. It was weird. A lot of her stuff is, I mean, the only one I've liked from her is The Nanny. I kind of disliked everything else, but I'm curious enough to like keep reading her stuff. And in this one, we have two divorce lawyers. They're determined to share only beds, but not hearts. Discover that love is something that can't be overruled in this steamy contemporary romance. I did like that one contemporary romance. The other one I've read from her, The Game Changer, I hated. So like, I don't know. This is a very like who knows how it's gonna go type of book. It really could go either way. I mean, like, I think realistically I'm probably not gonna like it, but I am curious enough that I will probably pick this one up. I'm ridiculously excited about this one. It's The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. I think this is Dramini fanfiction that's been re-released. If I'm not mistaken, it's Dramini. But this loyalties are tested in this slow burn enemies to lovers romantasy following an assassin and a healer forced to work together to cure a fatal disease, all while resisting the urge to heal each other, or worse, fall in love. So when Osric, member of the Firen Order of Assassins, falls ill, he realizes he needs the expertise of a very specific healer. As fate would have it, that healer belongs to an enemy faction, the Hallen Order. Ariane and her fellow Hallen are inundated by sick children suffering from an outbreak of a long-forgotten pox. Unable to get funding needed to launch an immunization program, the Order is desperate for money, so desperate that when Osric breaks into their headquarters to bribe Orion to heal him, she's forced to accept. As Osric and Orion work together to solve not only his illness, but the mysterious reoccurrence of the pox, they find themselves ardently denying their attraction, which only fuels the tension between them. Like, I think it's Dramini. I think this is the year of the Dramini fanfiction, because I know that Manacled is getting re-released as like a contemporary fiction as well. So, or I guess fantasy romance. Yeah. I mean, I'm ridiculously excited either way. I have a very good feeling about this one. Made for Each Other by Lynn Painter. A millionaire and a house cleaner are a match made in heaven in the sparkling new romantic comedy. Okay. I mean, I like Lynn Painter, so I'm willing to try anything from her, but I guess this is kind of given Made in Manhattan vibes, I think. All right. The Undercutting of Rosie and Adam. Really excited for this. It's book 3 and I guess it's another series continuation, but book 3 in a series. I don't know if the series has a name, but it's in a weird fantastical realm, and there's people who, I don't know, travel to this other realm and do things there. Really confusing at this point. Like, so many things have happened in book 1 and 2 that have really changed the stakes of this world. But this is a new heartwarming fantasy rom-com with an opposites attract twist set in the delightful donut and dragon-filled world of Tanria. I'm excited. I loved the first 2 books. Excited for this one. Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. Unless I'm mistaken, I do believe that this is her first fantasy romance, which has been very exciting this year, seeing a lot of people come out with like fantasy romance for the first time, because like I'm thinking Daphne Perry and Mariana Zada both came out with some, and interesting to see. I guess you can really see like where the other things are. But this one, she crafts a lush and dark romantic fantasy that's filled with intrigue, magic, and an irresistible enemies to lovers romance. The war is over, the dark forces have won, and the hero who was supposed to save them is dead. Captured as her castle is overrun by the enemy, the world as Bryony Rosewood knows it is changed forever. Evil is won, and her people face imminent servitude, imprisonment, or death. Stripped of her magic and her freedom, Bryony and the other survivors are quickly sold off to the high bidders in an auction, and as Evermore's princess, she fetches the highest price. After a fierce bidding war, she's sold to none other than Hoven, first scion of a family known for their cruelty. Yet despite the horrors of her new world and the roles she must learn to within it, all is not lost. Help and hope may yet arise in the most unlikely of places. Alright, okay, I had not read the description yet, and that sounds amazing. Oh, that sounds so up my alley. Oh, can't wait. A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This one, the release date has been delayed so many times. I think it was originally supposed to come out last summer. It's been delayed like multiple times, but it seems like it's actually happening now. And in this one, it is a whimsical and heartwarming novel about a witch who has a second chance to get her magical powers and her life back on track. And this is by the author of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. So I'm imagining something similar to that one, which was a very heartwarming and just lovely magical tale. So I have a feeling this one will be along the same vein. Riley Sager is coming out with a new thriller. Honestly, the majority of his books have not worked for me, but I still pick them up every year, you know? And in this one is One Train, No Stops, a deadly game of survival and revenge. In 1942, 6 people destroyed Anna Matheson's family. 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. Under false pretenses, Anna has lured those responsible for her family's downfall onto a luxury train from Philadelphia to Chicago, an overnight journey of 13 hours. Her goal, confront the people who've wronged her and get them to confess to their crimes and deliver them into the hands of the authorities waiting at the end of the line. Justice will at last be served. But Anna's plan is quickly derailed by the murder of one of the passengers. As the train barrels through the night, it becomes clear that someone else on board is enacting their own form of revenge, and that they won't stop until everyone else is dead. With time running out before the train reaches its destination, Anna is forced to hunt the killer in their midst while protecting the people she hates the most. In order to destroy her enemies, she must first save them, even though it means putting her own life at risk. Yeah, that sounds, honestly, this is the best synopsis of one of his books that has had in quite some time. Okay, I'm actually really excited for this now. The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Batters. This is like a connected standalone to her book, what was it called? The Spell Shop that came out last year, which was just a very cozy magical fantasy. Magical cozy fantasy. And this one is a cozy fantasy nestled on a faraway island, brimming with singing flowers, honey cake, and honeyed love. This sounds good. So we're following Turilu. She broke the law because she was lonely. She cast a spell and created a magically sentient spider plant. As punishment, she was turned into a wooden statue and tucked away into an alcove in the north reading room of the great library of Elysium. This should have been the end of her story. Yet one day, she wakes in the cold of winter on a nearly deserted island full of hundreds of magical greenhouses. She's starving and freezing, and the only other human on the island is a grumpy gardener. To her surprise, he offers Turilu a place to sleep, clean clothes, and freshly baked honey cakes, at least until she's ready to sail home. But she doesn't want to return home. And as she grows closer with the unwittingly charming gardener, she learns that the magic that sustains the greenhouses is failing, causing the death of everything within them. She knows she must help, even if it means breaking the law again. Yeah, I want to read this a lot. I'm like tempted to pre-order a copy of it actually. So we have next The Bewitching by Sylvia Marina Garcia. I always go back to her books again, and like not many of them have worked, but I've read so many. And this one is 3 women in 3 different eras encounter danger and witchcraft in this eerie multi-generational horror saga. I think I like her horror the best. Some of her stuff just like I really want to like it, and so much of it has not worked for me, unfortunately. But again, like I keep going back. I go back every time and really hope that it's going to be something that I love. And maybe this one, maybe the fact that it's a horror book by her, maybe that will work. Tenderly I Am Devoured. This might be the coolest cover out of all the ones on here. Like, it's ridiculous, and I kind of want to own it just for that. And this is perfect for fans of Saltburn, A Study in Drowning, and Don't Let the Forest In. Those all sound like a wonderful mood board. It's a moody, monstrously gothic romance soap in which a young woman must bind herself to a dangerous Gonic god with the help of son of a rival family to save her family's legacy and herself from ruin. Yes. So expelled from her prestigious boarding school following a violent incident, 18-year-old Lacrimosa returns home in disgrace to discover her family on the point of financial ruin. Desperate to save them, she accepts a marriage of convenience to Therion, the chthonic god worshipped by Lark's isolated coastal hometown. But when her betrothal goes horribly wrong, Lark begins to vanish from the mortal realm. Her only hope is to seek help from Alistair, the brilliant, arrogant boy who was her first heartbreak, and his alluring older sister Camille. As the trio delve into the folklore of gods, Lark falls under the spell of both the siblings. Ensnared by fervent romance, they perform bacchanalia with hopes hedonistic ritual will repair the connection between Lark and her bridegroom. Instead, they draw the ire of something much darker, which seeks to destroy Therion and Lark as well. Also, this final sentence, featuring a polyamorous bisexual romance, lush rose and flower-threaded horror. Tenderly I am devoured is a romantic horror that is intoxicating as chthonic liquor and as unstoppable as the haunted target. Oh my, I am interested. Then, okay, now we just have one final book to talk about, which is called Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe. And I'm so into this. I love it. A geeky overachiever determined to save the world through science and a troublemaking chosen one lashing out against her destiny. Meet and fall in love in a magical coffee shop as their two very different universes begin to collide in Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe. And this is a fun, sapphic, cozy fantasy YA romance. The YA part is the only thing that might not work for me, but the rest of it sounds fiction. All right, so those are just some of the new releases that I'm super excited for in July, and just I really cannot wait to get to all of these. Honestly, I wish I could like just pre-order them all. I'm trying not to buy books right now, but I would love to pre-order all of these and have them all in my hands and just read right away. So anyways, I'm excited. And if you haven't already, I would love if you would consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below if there's any of these books that you're excited for. So thanks for watching today's video, and hopefully I'll see you in one very soon.